Hey everyone, so in this video we're going to see how to use tracemalloc and intent function from sys library. So tracemalloc is a built-in Python library which can be used to measure memory allocation in Python code, and intent function can be used when you have multiple identical strings and you want those strings to share a single object so that it can be much more memory efficient. Let's have an example here where we are going to create a list of strings, and all those strings gonna have a same value, which is gonna be hello world. We are using this line of code because it will create a new string every time. Instead of using this line of code, if we directly append the string value into list, it's just gonna create a single hello world string and rest of the elements gonna have a same reference to it. So instead of directly appending the value, we are going to use this line of code so that it will create a new string every time, and that new string will be appended to the list. Now let's print the value and see. Okay, so all the values are going to be same, hello world. Let's increase it back to 100k. Okay. Oops. So now we are going to use tracemalloc to calculate the or measure the memory allocation between these lines. So that for that we first have to mention where you're going to start it and where you're going to stop it. So we're going to start the tracemalloc here, start it here, and we're going to stop it here. So now it can calculate the memory allocation between these lines of codes, and let's get the peak and current memory space. Let's print them. Okay, so the values are in bytes, and we can convert it to kilobytes so that it will be much more readable. Alright, so now the values are in kilobytes, and you can see it's almost 6k kilobytes. It's because we are creating a new string every time, and that new string is getting appended to the list, so there is no reference happening here, and all the elements are new objects, so that's why the values are so high. Instead of just using this line of code, what if we directly append the hello world into it? Let's see the value. See, now it's much more less, because here the hello world string is just created once, the object is just created once, and the rest of the elements in the list gonna be just reference to it. But say just because we're going to learn intent function here, we'll use the previous line. Okay, so just as I mentioned, we are using this line. Now it's going to create a new object for every string, and the values are going to be huge. So what intent function will do, we can use the intent function so that only one copy of hello world is created, and rest of the hello world is going to be just a reference to that object. See, it's the same as like the previous one, which we directly appended the hello world into list. So intent function can be used when you have a multiple identical strings and you want them to share a same object, when you want it to be much more memory efficient. So that's how we're going to use intent and tracemalloc. Please subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching.